And here we are. We have the word Merkel here. Of course, while Mr. Merkel, Angelo Merkel, has nothing to do with Angela Merkel. He's the Chancellor in our story. Yeah, so, and this S here at the end of a name, always the same like in English. Angelo Merkel's something, 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 something. So, you see all capital letters here, and this is certainly not a verb. So, the verb is here, wurden. This word makes no sense to you. So, we have to take a look at this. And führen, it's a very common word in German. You remember der Führer. Yeah, and that was Adolf Hitler, and it simply means the leader, the guide. Yeah, so Hitler was called der Führer because he led and guided the German people. Yeah, yeah, but now it's exclusive, mainly used for. No, we actually use Führer still, like Fremdenführer, Stadtführer. So Stadtführer would be a city guide. You're free to use the word, don't worry about it. Yeah, we also have a beautiful word called Führerschein, which is, the Schein is not an illusion here. In this case, it is a paper, a document that, or a note that you are allowed to lead a vehicle. So this is the driver's license. Driver's license. I'm not sure whether you put this apostrophe here. So, yeah, so it's a license, or it's a piece of paper that allows you to lead a vehicle. That's why it's called Führerschein. Good, enough of führen. So entführt, ent usually means in the wrong direction. And so someone was led in the wrong direction, and that is an abduction or kidnapping. Yeah? By the way, abduction, duct, in as we talk about Second World War relations, the Duce, Mussolini, was also, a Duce simply means to lead. Yeah, that's related to abduction, and ab means away from, so there were also, abduction means to lead someone in the wrong way, or away from something. So, abducted, so the things that belong to Angela Merkel have been abducted. So Möpse, there's really not much to say, but if you enter Möpse on your own into your dictionary, you might get the word boobs. It's a colloquial word for boobs. That's of course not the topic of our story. The name is, or the proper translation is pugs. So the pugs of Angela Merkel, abducted, have been abducted. The grammar of this we will take a look at later. Simone verschluckt sich an ihrem Wasser. Wasser, you remember? We just had this. There was water involved. Yeah? So what's happening to the water? Something that Simone does with water. She was drinking it. So she verschluckt sich. We had the word schluck before. I didn't get into this. Simone, what can you do with water? She was drinking it, and then Stefan told her that the pugs of the Chancellor have been abducted. So what is likely that she does? You conclude that schlucken and ver means in the wrong direction, means to, I actually don't know what verschlucken means in English, but she kind of coughs on her water. Well, schlucken means to swallow, but the problem is that verschlucken means to swallow wrongly, so that you have to cough. Yeah, that's why it's important what's in front of the verb. So she is, how would the English actually translate this? Let me quickly see. So you see, I always quickly, funny, can call up DeepL. DeepL has a desktop app for Mac, and I just click a shortcut and choke, to choke. Oh, thank you for that word. I can instantly look things up. You can also use our Vocab tool, should it be in the course at the moment. And then it will also do this, just call up a translation. You don't have to install this plugin, but it's a lovely one. So to choke, she chokes on her water. Was, wie bitte, I actually don't care. So let's take this one. Stefan wiederholt den Satz etwas lauter. 1, 2. So wiederholt is 2 sentences. So, and lauter. Stefan is doing something and he wieder, difficult to connect to English, wieder, wiederholen bitte means again, and hole means to fetch or to get. Yeah, can you fetch this again? So can you kind of repeat, get that back? I'm not sure what Pete means or where it comes from, but re means again, right? So wieder, we have a bit longer word for this than you have, and hole means to fetch. So can you repeat something? Lauter, loud, sounds almost like in English, loud. And you remember the ER very often means louder if it's at the end of an adjective. Yeah, so Stefan repeats louder. You don't have to know what den Satz etwas means. Yeah. And here we are. He repeats it with different words, and you see this is who this is happening to. Sind, something has happened, something is verschwunden. This is the past form, but schwunden, you might remember or might see a connection to swindle. How can we connect this? It's not the meaning. The verschwunden means simply vanished. Yeah, but it's somehow, if you can connect it to swindle, that helps. So when someone swindles, the more someone swindles, the more they vanish. So verschwunden, verschwinden is the core form, is the infinitive, but verschwunden here, it's because of the past. Yeah, someone has swindled in the wrong manner. Ver means wrong, so someone has vanished. Again, it doesn't mean swindle. I just used these similarities to help you remember the meaning. So the Pax of the Bundeskanzler, we just talked about Kanzler. Let me actually see. Oh yeah. So Kanzler, Chancellor. One or two L's, I don't know. Let's assume one. So you see Chancellor. So it's the same word. Pretty much, yeah, just Germanized. And Bund is related to bound. Something is bound together. The Bund is simply something that is bound together, and therefore it's federal, connected. Yeah, Bund in German, Bundesrepublik, simply means there is a bound or bind of 16 countries that are connected. That's a difficult one. So schreit fast. Careful, this is a wrong friend here, false friend. Second position, schreit. The closest we have to this is SCR. We have this in English as well, SCR. You see that in schreit. And the E we also have, scream. So he, the air, yeah, screams. And he doesn't scream fast. Fast means almost. So when you drive, imagine someone driving really fast and almost crashing. Yeah, almost crashing. So the fast is connected to the almost. So he almost screams, and you see that we have to put the fast here. We don't say he almost screams. You cannot say fast schreit, because the verb has to be in position 2 for now. That's the important thing. So we are limited by this rule, verb in position 2. We have to put fast here. Not fast, fast. Huge difference. It's a short A. So dass Simone sich erschrickt. So das is a fixed expression. So he almost screams. So something. Simone. This you can ignore for now. Erschrickt. Erschrickt is a lovely word, easy to remember, because you all know the movie called, with the green ogre, Shrek. And Shrek actually is scary. So she is scared. Erschrecken means to be scared, yeah, or kind of a jump scare. And if I want the proper translation, sich erschrecken, it's basically, actually, it's sich erschrecken, but again, to be frightened, to be scared. Yeah, my English is good enough. Yeah, the sich we will talk about later. So Simone almost is scared. Aua, meine Ohren. Well, aua, meine Ohren. Aua is what you say when you are in pain. Mein Ohren, or you remember, and en is an indicator that you have more than one ear. So my ears should be like this. Beschwert sich Simone. That's a lovely word. So Simone is doing something by saying, ouch, my ears. Aua, ouch. Schwer, you will learn at one point, means heavy. So she puts weight on something, and if you direct the weight towards something, you are actually complaining. Yeah? Sich beschweren. And again, it's a sich here. Just notice that there sometimes is a sich. It is something you don't really have in English, so for now just notice it. So if you put weight on something or make everyone feel heavy, then you are actually complaining. But it needs to be directed towards something, which is what the be often expresses. That was lesson 2, and I hope, or chapter 2, even though this says differently. Let me prepare the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is not to remember anything or to feel like depressed about all the things you don't know yet. Just enjoy this. Yeah? See you on lesson 3.